Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Bad Toy Reviews. Today we're going to be looking at Star Wars The Black Series Cara Dune from the new show The Mandalorian. Everyone's very excited about The Mandalorian, which does premiere, which would be tomorrow on November the 12th. Here's Cara Dune. I picked this up from GameStop on yesterday. Cara is played by the talented and lovely Gina Carano, who used to be a mixed martial arts fighter and is now in a slew of movies. Here on the back of the box it says, a veteran of the Galactic Civil War who fought for the rebellion, Cara Dune is a seasoned warrior who has put her days of military discipline behind her and reinvented herself as a mercenary. So that is very cool. Standard Black Series box. To my knowledge, there was no first edition of this figure. It's just the standard Black Series fare. So let's get her out of the box. Alright guys, here is Cara Dune. The figure itself. Let's take a look at the articulation here. These shoulder pauldrons here, they're of a softer material, but it's not enough to really give it a full range of motion. That's about as high up as the arm will go. This is about as far that way as the arm will go, and it will go about that far back. And of course the other arm is just the same. This piece here with her blaster holster is a separate piece. It just floats here on her hips, which is very cool. It does not appear that there's any sort of clasp in it. It does snap there into her back, if you see there. See it right there. There's a little notch for it just to keep it from sliding around and everything. It is a separate piece, although you are going to have to remove the torso, which the torso does pivot there. You are going to have to remove the torso to take that off. Well, I don't know, you could probably slide it down her hips, but when you do, you will be left with this hole in her back. But it's a very cool piece. The legs are a T instead of a Y, which is good. Leg comes out about that far. The boots here swivel. You got a double knee and a thigh swivel as well. You see there is a little bit of paint slop there on the left arm going to the elbow, which is the standard Star Wars Black Series elbow. Wrist goes that way and spins as well. The head does turn. Can turn all the way around. The hair is a separate piece, softer material, as we've come to see with the Black Series figure. There's a good bit of detail in the hair there. You'll see she has a braid right there coming around the back, and then it just comes into a swoop. The likeness here on Ms. Carano is very good. It's not quite as good as the Rey likeness from the Episode 9 Rey figure, but very good nonetheless. The paint apps are okay. There are some inconsistencies with the actual costume. For example, this teal blue piece here on the actual costume appears to be a silver. There's a really good article on IO9, I believe, where they show some up-close pictures of the costumes. She's got this knee pad here. This piece on the costume is a different color as well. So if you're a stickler for that sort of thing, you can always go in and repaint it. But very good figure. I like it. It stands up pretty well on its own there, and like I said, the likeness is pretty good. There's a picture of a shot of the back. She's got this, what I assume is a tattoo on her arm, and the side there, and back around to the front. Now let's take a look at the accessories that come with her. First off is her blaster pistol that the holster is on her hip for. It's a small piece. It's a new piece. I don't remember seeing it before. I don't know the designation for it, or if it even has one at this point. I don't think the Mandalorian pistol has one, so I'm not sure if this one would either. But it fits in her holster here, which is on her right side. Just stick it right down in there and clip it in. We'll have to see if she has trouble retaining it as the Mandalorian does. But there's that. Another interesting thing that she came with, and it's a Black Series first, is a knife. So there's her knife. It's pretty accurate as to what the pictures of the costume I saw are, with the exception that the butt of the knife in the pictures is silver. So we might have to touch that up at a later time. I looked around for a holster for the knife, thinking, you know, maybe it's on her back, on the other side. Nope. It is right here in, let me move her arm out of the way. It is right here in her boot. If you see right there in the boot, it just slides right in. And it doesn't hinder the articulation at all. You know, it's going to creep up a little bit, but not badly. But it just sits right there in the boot. So that's pretty cool detail. They could have just sculpted that into the boot and her been without the knife, but Hasbro went the extra mile. Last up is this rifle, which is interesting. I looked on the internet to try and find a name for the rifle, but I could not. The closest I came to, let me grab my phone here. The closest I came to finding the name of the rifle is it's similar to the RT-97C heavy blaster that's seen in Battlefront. The strap here is completely removable. You can just pull that out and she can hoist the gun around and it just slides right back in there. Takes a little bit of time to get that in there because it is a soft rubbery piece and it's a very tight fit on the other side there, but it goes back in easily enough. You'll have to excuse me, the flash on the phone I'm using has gotten a little too hot and keeps turning itself off, so that's why it keeps changing. There it goes again, it's back on. It'll be off in a second. The other side of the strap here is a C instead of a closed loop, so I guess it could be put in right here. Come on, or here, or you know, wherever. For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna stick it right there, if I can get it to go. And now I'm just wasting your time, but there we go. All right, so it's right there, and we will arm her up with it. Put it through right there. Let her get a hold of it. She does have the trigger finger there so that she can fire her weapon. And of course the strap would pop off. It's my fault. But yeah, so there she is. Old Cara Dune, who in the trailer appears to be friends with this surly gentleman, the Mandalorian. And I am very excited for this show tomorrow. I wish Disney weren't teasing us with it the way that they seem to be, in that they're only releasing episodes once a week instead of like Netflix, where Netflix just drops them all on us and says, hey, here, have at it. But there they are together. Like I said, very excited for it. Hope you guys are too. Leave your comments down, you know, if you have any questions or want to see a particular thing, just leave a comment down below. And thanks for joining us. I'm sorry my camera is being such a ass. But thanks for watching, guys. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.